What is up, fight fans? This is DJC Combat, and this weekend goes down the women's bantamweight title fight championship co-main event between Raquel Rocky Pennington and Mayra Bueno Silva. This will be the first women's bantamweight title fight since 2016 without Amanda Nunes' name in the title, in the picture. It's been 8 years, and it's been all Amanda Nunes dominant. Now we're heading into a new era. It also sucks, though, that Juliana Pena's name isn't involved, simply because I like Juliana Pena. She's one of my favorite fighters. I just want to see her back, and she's still injured, still on the mend. I don't really care who she would have fought this weekend. I just wanted to see her back in the octagon competing, fighting for her championship. But unfortunately, we must wait longer, and here we are. Instead, we're getting Raquel Pennington versus Mayra Bueno Silva, which this is a good fight. I do think many fans are kind of underrating this matchup because it's women's MMA, and women suck, women are boring. I mean, Sean Strickland didn't have much good things to say about this matchup or either lady, but honestly, though, you got two women on hot streaks right now. Raquel Pennington, 5-fight win streak. She's looked good thus far. Mayra Bueno Silva, 4-fight win streak. I'm not counting the no contest. That's a win to me. She beat Holly Holm. And she's undefeated in the women's bantamweight division. This is going to be a very interesting matchup because, recently, Mayra Silva, since coming back to women's bantamweight, has looked unstoppable. But Raquel, I mean, she is a really good, solid veteran. And she knows how to win fights, even fights that she probably shouldn't be winning. She wins them anyway, and she's got a very effective style. Raquel Pennington has very good, sharp boxing, and she's very well rounded too. I think her grappling skills are good. She can submit you. She's got very strong, solid takedown defense, and she's very good in the clinch too. She plays the clinch game so well. And she just has that bulldog strength. Very durable as well. She's such a difficult style to deal with. And for as good as Mayra Silva has looked, this will not be an easy matchup for Mayra Bueno Silva by any stretch of the imagination. But what makes Mayra Bueno Silva so good and so dangerous is she's also well-rounded, but I believe she has more finishing potential in this matchup than Raquel Pennington. I do believe that she's a more dangerous fighter than Raquel Pennington because she has more finishes in her career, I believe. And let me just check just to make sure I'm not tripping, I'm not wrong. Yeah, she's got more finishes. Raquel, because, she's kind of got that women's MMA effect where she just doesn't really get many finishes because it's women's MMA. Doesn't really have the power. Mayra Bueno Silva does have punching power. She does have sting to her punches. But all around, her striking, I believe, is all around better. I mean, Raquel has the better hands. Mayra has better combinations with her punches and kicks. Just better kickboxing, better Muay Thai. And she is so deadly on the ground with her Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I do believe that's where she does hold a major advantage in this matchup. Now, she may be at a size disadvantage, but like I said, she is the more well-rounded fighter with the advantage of having a bigger finishing ability. And it's a 5-round fight. I mean, Raquel has been 5 rounds once before. Last time she went 5 rounds, it didn't go well for her. She got melted over 5 by Amanda Nunes. I do not believe Mayra Shitara is on the level of an Amanda Nunes. But still, man, over 5 rounds with Raquel's lack of finishing ability, even though she has submitted girls before, with her lack of ability to finish a fight, the longer Mayra's in this fight, over 25, she's going, I believe she has an ability to find an opening, to find a finish on Raquel Pennington, whether it be a knockout or a submission. Now, I don't see her knocking out Raquel because Raquel is really tough, but I could see her landing some big damaging shots on Pennington. She might get hit by Raquel, but the shots that Mayra's going to land are going to be a lot more effective, a lot more damaging. And Mayra Bueno Silva has very solid leg kicks. What's a good way to neutralize a boxer is you take out the legs. And I think those leg kicks are going to be very problematic for Raquel Pennington. I do believe early on she will have success with her boxing. She'll put a jab on Mayra Bueno Silva. Mayra will get outstruck in this fight. She will get outboxed. She will get hit. But I think she's going to keep that composure. The fight will get out of the first round, but I think as it goes on, I just see Mayra Silva just kind of adapting. She's going to work the legs despite getting, outlanded via head strikes. I think Mayra's going to, work the body of Raquel Pennington to slow her down and chop at the legs to also slow her down and soften her up. And then I believe by round 3, we might see Raquel kind of slow down from some of the damage she does receive. And one thing about Pennington that even though she's really good at it, this might work against her in this fight with Mayra Bueno Silva is she plays the clinch game way too long. And against Mayra, with her Muay Thai skills, her ability to utilize knees within close and do damage in close, but also find submissions in those areas, that could work against Raquel. That could get her in trouble. And I could also see Raquel Pennington kind of making a mistake of willingly going to the ground with Mayra Silva. I could see her trying to get the fight to the ground, which could be a bad idea, or Mayra Silva loses balance, Raquel ends up on top of her, or maybe Mayra Bueno Silva is going to pull guard, but I just have a strong feeling that one way or another, somehow, they're going to end up on the mat, no matter how they end up there. And once they get there, man, I think it's going to be a wrap. I do think that Mayra Bueno Silva is going to be able to find that submission. So I think Raquel's going to look good early. Mayra's going to struggle. But because Raquel will not have an ability to finish the fight, and Mayra is going to stay in the fight, stay composed, and like I said, chop at the legs, work the body, and just inflict damage with bigger, better shots, I think eventually that's going to soften up Raquel, slow her down, which will make it'll make openings for grappling exchanges, and it'll make the grappling come easier for Mayra. Basically what I'm trying to say is with the damage that Raquel is going to receive in this fight, it'll just make it easier for Mayra to get a takedown, or if they're on the ground, Raquel, her ability or her chances of resisting, the submission threat, they might decrease. I'm just saying. So I'm going to take Mayra Bueno Silva to win this matchup against Raquel Pennington. And I know Raquel does have good submission ability, but let's be real, she's not going to submit the black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Mayra Bueno Silva. Ain't happening, and she's not knocking her out. And I just can't see her surviving the full 25 minutes without eventually getting caught in something. So Mayra Silva, third round submission after slowing Raquel down with some body and leg shots. And we will have a new champion of the world, Mayra Bueno Silva, setting up a matchup with Juliana Pena. Now, I could be wrong, because Raquel Pennington is a solid fighter. She's a live dog in this fight. Her best path to victory, obviously, is to avoid the clinch, keep Mayra Silva at range with the jab, just kind of move around and stay off the ground and check as many leg kicks as possible. And maybe she could win a boring decision or something, but I just think it's better for the division if Mayra Bueno Silva can get the W, because she's got a pretty underrated personality. She's a big talker, and her fight style is very entertaining. I just think Raquel is boring as a person, as a fighter, so I think what's best for the division is going to happen, and we're going to have another Brazilian champion in women's bantamweight after Amanda Nunes. Now, will Mayra be as dominant as Amanda or as good? Hell no, but I do think that she's going to be good enough to win this fight. I had to go back and forth on this matchup. I know originally I was saying Raquel's going to win, but after doing some thinking, man, I have a good feeling that Mayra Bueno Silva is going to get this done. But that's it for my breakdown and prediction for this matchup. Let me know who you guys got winning in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe, and peace out.